Oh, great. I just stared into the sun. What the heck am I going to do now? Help! Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Mike here. Hope you're having a great day or night. Still worn out from the headaches. Fighting through them, resting, staying busy, just trying to get back to normal. Today's video, guys, I'm going to talk to you about some items I sold over the past couple days. Along with that, we're going to talk about scaling your business. When is the right time to do that? Do you even understand what the terminology of scale means? We're going to talk about some steps that I think everybody should be using for their business, whether they're scaling or they're just going from, hey, I just started reselling and flipping clothing on eBay to starting Amazon. I'm going to show you some steps that I think will help improve your business and get you on track to have a business mindset. So with that being said, let's see what we do today. Okay, let's dive into what I sold recently over the past couple days. This is eBay. This came out of that DVD disc only haul, the Patriot DVD 2000 Special Edition with Mel Gibson, Heath Ledger disc only. This sold for $3.60, shipped on eBay. Here's another DVD I had a penny in. It's Bloodwork DVD from 2002 with Clint Eastwood and Jeff Daniels. It was complete. Really good movie here. Anyway, this one sold on sale for $3.60, shipped. Paid $1 for this in the garage sale. It's a James Bond 007 Everything or Nothing for the Sony PlayStation 2. It was complete and sold within a couple days on eBay for $6.30, shipped. Showed you guys this last week from the thrift shop I picked up for about $1 or so. It was a Tommy Bahama men's maroon floral Hawaiian silk vacation camp shirt, size 5XB. And this one, when I looked at it further, when I was taking photographs of it, had some flaws on it. It was missing the bottom button at the bottom of the shirt and missing the collar slide button there at the top. So didn't get as much as I wanted for, but I'm happy it sold. It literally sold within 2 hours on eBay for $18 plus $4 shipping for a total of $22 shipped. Paid 50 cents for this at a garage sale. It's a Bayonetta for the Sony PlayStation 3 video game disc only. Sold within 3 days on eBay for $9.75, shipped. Paid 50 cents for this 2006 Fleer Ultra Fine Fabric Derek Lee jersey card from the Chicago Cubs. This sold for $5 with free shipping. Paid 50 cents for this Uncharted Drake's Fortune for the Sony PlayStation 3 disc only, and sold on sale for $3.84, shipped. Paid a penny for this black and white vintage snapshot photograph from the 1950s of two boys, guns, stick 'em up. Sold on auction for $4.95, shipped. Paid $1 for this at a garage sale. It's a Super Nintendo Super Bases Loaded 3 licensed to steal video game, tested and works. This took about 41 days to sell on eBay for $8.95, shipped. Paid $1 for this as well at a garage sale. It's a Tiny Toon Adventures Nintendo Entertainment System from 1991. Game only. It was fully tested and functional. Cleaned the pins, the whole 9 yards. This sold for $8.95, shipped. It took a couple weeks to sell on eBay. Showed you the guys this last week in a previous video. Anyways, I paid $5 for this at an auction. It's a lot of 78 vintage black and white photograph snapshots from 1929 to 1933, including the scrapbook. Threw it to auction, and it sold for $24.50 plus $4 shipping for a total of $28.50, shipped. Paid a penny for this at a local auction. A big photo lot that I picked up. I want to thank Jim for helping me identify the vehicle in this photograph. It's a 1946 through 48, possibly. 4-door, 7-window, suicide doors, car vintage, snapshot photograph. This sold on auction for $4.95, shipped. Here's another penny photo that I threw to auction for 7 days. It's 1959 Ford car and driveway with shirtless man from 1968 vintage snapshot photograph. And this sold again for $4.95, shipped on auction. Paid 50 cents for this at a garage sale. It's a Lego Indiana Jones 2. The Adventure Continues for the Nintendo DS. Game only. This sold for $4.10, shipped. Paid $1 for this at the thrift shop, and honestly was kind of disappointed with it. I thought it'd do pretty well. Cardinals stuff is kind of hit or miss, but this is a vintage one. It's a Phoenix Cardinals NFL Football Throwback USA Vintage 80s Tank Top T-shirt, size large. And took a best offer of this for $10.50, shipped. Paid 50 cents for this at a garage sale. It's a Lego Indiana Jones The Original Adventures for the PlayStation 2. It was complete with the case, artwork, manual, game. And this sold on sale for $4.50, shipped. And the last item, have a penny in this. It came out of a big bulk lot. I believe I got that from eBay. Bought a bunch in bulk. Photographs and all types of old photos and paperwork, etc., etc. Anyways, it's a Harrison, Ohio novelty photo company, woman fashion with dog antique cabinet card. This went to auction and sold for $3.25 plus $4 shipping for a total of $7.25 shipped. Paid $1 for this at the thrift shop. It's a 1980s Ski Sunrise Extremes neon black vintage t-shirt, size large/extra large. This sold for $16 plus $4 shipping for a total of $20 shipped. Paid $0.25 for this at a garage sale, and it's sold on Etsy. It's a 1980s Martin Luther King I Have a Dream vintage crew neck sweatshirt /small/medium. This took an offer on this. Somebody messaged me and said, hey, would you take $21 plus $4 shipping for $25 shipped? I said, yes, I would. So I revised the listing. Originally had it up for $35 shipped. So it did sit on Etsy for a couple months. So I figured, you know what? I only paid $0.25 for it. It's not too bad. 21 plus 4, $25 shipped out the door. To Amazon, sold another one of these nickel records. This one is the Earth, Wind, and Fire Gratitude. It's a double LP vinyl record, and this sold on Amazon Merchant for $7 plus $3.99 shipping for a total of $10.99 shipped. Only 110 more to go, Mike. You got this. You got this, because you gotta make it happen. We all hear the terminology, how to scale your business. You hear it in videos, you see it on Facebook. Hey, I'm trying to scale my business, or this is how I'm going to scale my business. And I want to throw out some basic information out there for you guys that are trying to understand what that means, you know. But not only that, how you should actually take steps to grow your business. Let's kind of get the word scale out of the picture at the moment. But first is, you know, you got to know your numbers. You got to know your numbers. You got to know your numbers in terms of, you know, your price points, your ROI, your profit. You got to know your shipping charges, all your fees, all these little things. How much it costs for packaging tape, how much it costs for ink. You got to know every little detail of your business, right? Because when you run a true business, you got to have it all mapped out. You know, I mean, it's kind of basic information there, but it also helps you when it comes to growing your business, right? Is your business growing monthly? Is your business in the positive from what it was last month? You know, with reselling, it's kind of it's a tricky business because there's highs and there's lows throughout the year. And it's important to understand the growth factors, you know, that maybe when you're coming from fourth quarter, November, December, your numbers are way up here. But in June, July, your numbers are down here. So how do you balance that? And you know, is it, or are your numbers going like this? You know, so you got to understand there's ups and downs, there's valleys, there's mountains, and there's flatland. You got to figure all these things out. And once you have all that figured out, then you're on the right path, right? Now you got to say to yourself, well, what are you selling? You know, what kind of product availability do you have? I mean, I hear a lot of people go to the bins, and it's the never-ending treasure trove of stuff that comes through the bins, right? Every day is $20 million worth of profit. But the reality is the stuff you're selling, is it readily available? Can you find it every day? You know, is if the thrift stores raise their prices, is that going to affect your business? Or maybe it's, you know, hitting the flea market every weekend, and maybe you score every weekend, but maybe for 3 weeks in a row, there's nothing. You know, so you got to look at it in terms of everything, like availability. What can you get to flip? Or, you know, again, if you're just a one-off shop and you're just saying, hey, whatever I find, I flip, great. A business model is going to be hard to mold around that, because if you're not niched out, or if you're just grabbing one-offs, you see what I'm saying? It can't be a sustainable business. It can be a profitable business. Okay, don't get me wrong. But in terms of growing that, how can you physically grow something if you're waiting to invest in something you're not too sure what you're going to see, right? Makes sense? And then again, sellability. Are these products, how fast are they going to sell? Are these a long-term project where you list it today, maybe you only paid $0.25 for it, and it sells, you know, in 8 months from now? You know, if your whole business is modeled around the long tail, that means in the start, sales are going to be like this. But over time, they kind of grow up like that. But it's not like you're going to get a big boomf like that on long tail stuff. Now, if you build up an inventory over the course of 6 months, 8 months, and you can wait it out, then there's options there where the money's just coming through because you already spent the dollar to invest in that those products, that it would work out. Other thing is inventory. You know, I believe with this business, inventory is key. You got to know, again, your costs with what you're purchasing, but you have to know how to inventory correctly, how to organize that correctly. So when it sells, it doesn't take you 30, 40 minutes to go find that thing in the closet or dig around under the couch to find the other shoe, right? You know, so understanding, you know, creating an inventory system. So basically when orders come through, it's pick pack, right? Think of your business like Amazon. Think of go watch the videos here on YouTube about Amazon and how their system works, right? When the orders are coming through, there's a system in place. It's a production line. That's how I treat my business, and I think that's how a lot of you guys should be treating it, is it's a production line. Baby steps to here, right? So if you get an order right now, and let's say, oh my God, this $100 item is sold, well, how long does it take you to get it? If it takes you 40 minutes to find it, you've just killed away 40 minutes of your time, right? That's not being efficient. I wrote some things down here, guys. The time trials, for every little thing you're doing, time management's huge. You got to look at every little aspect of your business, because if you are trying to scale, okay, if you are trying to grow your business and adapt and get people involved in terms of hiring an employee, hiring a new lister, hiring a sourcer, you got to understand the time trails. So what I mean by that is, how long does it take you to list a photograph? How long does it take you to package an order? How long does it take you to, create a listing, right? All of these things, you have to sit there with a time watch and keep track of that, okay? Because that will tell you, oh, okay, this is how long it takes me to do this. So if you get somebody in the mix down the road, you'll have expectations and say, listen, so if I could do 30 listings of clothing in an hour, let's say, you should be able to too. Now, at first at start, you might be able to do 15, 20, it's all that. But you got to know how long it takes. Like, I do a lot of these photographs, right? I can probably list 70 or 80 in an hour. It's just boom, 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 really quick. And, that's why I sell them, and I don't mind making, $1 or $2 on each photograph. It's no big deal. It's just like, man, it's like easy money to some extent, right? So time management's huge. The business plan and goals, before you get into any of this stuff, write it all down. I mean, I'm a big believer in having a notebook around me, or my notepad and my iPhone or my iPad, and I'm always writing down things, right? And looking at my business, and I think once you start with this business, you have to have a business mindset. You just can't say, well, let me start with this box of shoes and let's see where it goes. Write down some goals, realistic goals. My channel here is about realistic goals. It's not about how you're going to be a millionaire in a month, okay? That's not. If you're here watching this channel because of that, you probably need to unsubscribe and go check out another channel there, because that's not what my channel here is to offer. My channel here offers stability with reselling that's supported my family for over 17 years. So creating that business plan, creating these goals. Hey, I want to make my first $1,000 a month. Okay, write these goals down. By day 90, I want to be at $3,000-$4,000 a month, profit. And keep track of these goals. Keep track of listing goals. I want to do 500 records like Mike's doing. I want to list 100 shirts this week on eBay, et cetera, right? This is a key one, guys. I see a lot of people come and go. I have a paid group. I have resellers are all around me because of the YouTube channel here and Facebook. So I get a lot of people reaching out to me over the years. I've talked to a lot of resellers, and a lot of them fail, or they get out of it and they go get a job for many different reasons, because they didn't have a plan like this, right? I think with reselling, you can get and going right off the bat, right? You can go to your Goodwill tomorrow and start selling things. But, excuse me, before you start focusing on scaling your business, creating and buying in truckloads of stuff and getting employees up the wazoo, you need to first find out if this actually works for you. So I recommend 1 to 2 years time frame of everything I just said, and building your business and see where you go, right? I mean, in one year, you could be making $60,000, $70,000 profit off this business. I mean, a lot of people that's not good enough for them. But last time I checked, the majority of Americans in this country, are making less than $30,000 a year. So I don't know why a lot of times on YouTube, it's always got to be big numbers and sexy and whatever it is. Again, realistic goals here. Let's see what you can do by yourself for 2 years. And then at that point, say to yourself, man, I'm happy. I don't need to hire anybody. Or maybe I need to expand, okay? Again, it comes back down to product availability and sellability, okay? Save money. You got to learn how to save your money, right? Again, for those valleys, when they're going up and down in the mountains like that throughout the months, when the slow months, can you survive a summer slowdown? Can you survive that? It's key, and saving that money allows you to do that, allows you to do other things, allows you to, save money, go on vacation, buy cars, buy a house, whatever it is that you're saving your money for. Maybe the fallout. So 2 more here, another thing is, right before you are looking to hire your first employee or first assistant, double your output. If you're only listing 50 items a week, let's see if you could double to 100, right? Because the mentality of this is if you can double what you're doing now, that's exactly what an employee should do for you to some extent, right? Which would then free up your time to do other things. But you have to see what will happen to your business when you double what your performance is previously. So if you're saying, hey, okay, I'm gonna spend an extra $1,000 this week to get more product and list all that, when I typically only drop $500, let's see what happens over the course of 30 days, right? Because a lot of people get confused when it comes to, you could just hire an employee, right? Employees cost money, workers cost money. And you don't wanna hire people just to pay them for a week and let them go. So it's important to understand your output. You know, if you can manage this output where you're doubling what you're currently doing and seeing if it keeps afloat. Sometimes you double your output and you get the same results as you had the previous 30 days, okay? Now the question with that is, can you afford to pay somebody if the results are still stagnant or they're still plateaued here, right? That's very crucial, because if you're just paying money and your plateau is going like this, but your costs are rising, that's when you get in trouble, okay? And the last one really is the I had to bleep that one out, but it didn't work, now what? It didn't work, now what? Something you should be writing down, because that should be in the back of your mind. Always have an emergency plan. Always have a safe haven to go to. If this did not work, now what do I need to do? And it might just be as simple as job, okay? Or need to go work at the car wash, or maybe I got to work at Macy's, or maybe it's, hey, maybe I got to take on a part-time job here and still do reselling and build it up and just, you know, collect the health benefits. There's a million different ways here, but you got to have that. What if this did not work? A contingency plan. What are you going to do if this whole thing fails? If this whole water bottle, this is your business, just empties out? What are you going to do? So these are the things you got to ask yourself. These are the things you got to write down. These are things I think that if you think about these intelligently and you're constantly thinking about them, you're going to be able to grow your business. And you're going to grow your business rather than scale your business. You're going to basically say to yourself, can I do this business? Can I be successful with this business? And maybe it's not about throwing more things onto the fire. Maybe it's about being more consistent, right? Maybe you're happy and content making $50,000 to $100,000 a year with reselling, you know? So something I want to throw out there, guys. Hopefully some of the stuff makes sense to you. I appreciate you watching today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, hit the like button. Next time I'm out of here, peace. Vlog over.